going on, ladies and gentlemen? Let everybody get in. Make sure I got everything set up the way I need it. Lighting's a little lame, but hey, it is what it is. Huh? It's not bad? I look super close, though. God damn. I'm like super close to the screen right now. What's up, y'all? All right, let's do this. Let me pull up. Let me pull up all my screens. What's up?
Can't you bring the chat up on that screen?
I can't. It is here. It's right here. What's up, y'all? 12 people in here. Can y'all talk? Can y'all hear me? Can everybody hear me? Everything good? I was having issues. I was having technical issues. Yo, Saruji, Jeremiah, what's up, bro? Yo, Arizona, what's up? Kim, my guy, what's up? Daniel D, what's up, man? What's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing, man? Chile JM, what's up? Yep, audio's good. All right, cool. Yeah, so I was having technical difficulties. I got this new iMac desktop, so I can, have a bigger screen, do it on here. Better camera too, I hope. Looks a little clearer, right? Camera's better. Yo, what's up, bro? What's up, y'all? All right, so as you guys know what I'm here for, man. Ask away. We're going to answer questions. I pretty much am just going to answer questions that y'all want to talk about. I'm not going to talk about what I want to talk about. I'm going to answer what y'all want to talk about, and that's what I'm here for. How's your girl? She is great. She wasn't feeling too good a couple of days ago, but she's good now.
Yeah. That's what it looks like.
Cool. All right. She's good now, man. How you like my heat this year, Cam? Hey, yeah, they look good. Back to the Jeremiah shit. It's Jeremy. My bad, dude. Jeremy, huh? What?
How do you like my Cowboys?
Cowboys are great this year. All right, so let me pull up my pages real quick, y'all. We will get right into it. Ready for that break Friday for real? Yes, sir. I'll have the boxes for the break on Friday. I'll have those available for you guys to get your spots later on tonight. What's good, bro? Top stud and value for GPP. All right, so I got you. Let me pull everything up. My bad. I was having technical difficulties, and then I finally was like, fuck, let me just try to get this started. Let me pull all this stuff up, and then we'll be good to go. Huh? What you say? I want to get a spot. All right, I got you. Hart and Beverly value for the night. You already know. They're great. And I am going to get into that as well. All right, let's look at everybody who's out. Let's start the day with that. Let's start it off with that. Let's look at injury situations because we all know that's the most important thing. You're going to have $25 spots. What, for a box break? No, I think it'll be around – I think one of them's 67, the other one's 75, I think. But it's football is 75 a spot, and then baseball is like 66, 67. I'm sorry, basketball, 66, 67. All right. All right, so out on every team. Let's go through every team. So we got 11 games, so it's important to be on top of that, obviously. Drop a like down below. Here we go. So, all right. So Portland-Cleveland game. We got Lauri Markkanen out for Cleveland, Isaac Okoro, and Kevin Love. So Cleveland is struggling with bigs right now. So there's going to be bumps to the rookie. All right, that rookie is going to get a good little bump, and I'm going to talk about him in just a second. Still pulling up my shit real quick. The rookie is going to get a nice little bump for Cleveland. It's a nice matchup for bigs as well against Portland. So that's a decent spot. Let's keep moving on, though. Taj Gibson's questionable. Nerlens Noel is questionable. They don't make much of an impact anyway. Jeremy Lamb is out. Cam D. Murray tonight should smash for no podal. Murray doesn't get too much of a bump with no podal. It's not like a super correlated thing right there. Yeah, Mobley. Mobley is going to definitely get a bump. Osman will get a little bump as well. Jeremy Lamb is out. Malcolm Brogdon will play. So for Toronto, this is the big one. We got Scotty Barnes out. We got Pascal Siakam already out. We got Kyle Lowry, who was shipped away. We got Watanabe, Yuta, out as well. So he's Eubanks will get a bump with Podol out as well, but we'll get to Podol in a second. On the Boston-Orlando game, not too much, nothing crazy. Etuan Moore is out. Not too wild, nothing big. Ben Simmons, Tobias Harris, and Danny Green are out for Philly. Damn, she's tripping. Tobias Harris being out is a big deal for Philly, all right? Tobias Harris being out is a big deal. We'll talk about guys that benefit from that as well. Atlanta, Brooklyn, John Collins is questionable. That's a big thing to keep an eye on. Trae Young and Bogdan Bogdanovic will both play. Nicholas Claxton's missing for Brooklyn. So that's a bump to LaMarcus Aldridge. Then on the Clippers, we got Serge Ibaka, Marcus Morris. D'Angelo Russell is out for Minnesota. Obviously, Patrick Beverley is questionable. If both of those guards miss, then it's going to be a pretty nice situation for some guard value there. Dylan Brooks is still out for Memphis. And then you got Kristaps Porzingis questionable. Obviously, that's a spot to watch. Poto being out for San Antonio. We'll talk about who bumps there. And then Brandon Ingram, questionable now. He got upgraded from doubtful to questionable. That's something to keep an eye on. You do have the rookie Herb Jones he's going to miss, though. So that's still a solid spot. And then another forward in Dalton Holmes missing as well. Outside of that, that's about it. So let's get into it. What's up, Cam? Milwaukee in the house. Shout out to Cam. What's up, Fred? How's everybody doing today, man? I'm still sorry. It's taking me a second. I'm going to stay here for 30 minutes. Don't worry. At least 30 minutes. Easy peasy. Jesse, what's up, man? So get all this shit going. All right, so what do y'all want to start with first? What are your first questions here? Double center night with so much value. All right. I can see why you would think that. There are some spend-up centers that you can definitely play with. Harden, Embiid, and Valanciunas core. Harden, understandable. Embiid, obviously understandable. No Tobias, and Valanciunas has been smashing. Top plays at each position. Lock of the night. All right, let's talk about top plays at each position. Let me pull up my optimizer real quick. Greenlight Optimizer at greenlightdfs.com. You still feeling Toronto stacked with all the injuries? Yes, 100%. Love them. Love them. We're going to talk about value plays in just a second. I saw somebody ask about value plays. I will get on that right away, sir. All right. One second, y'all. I'm getting everything set up. Sorry it's taking so long. I was having technical difficulties, and I wasn't able to get everything set up the way I wanted to normally, so it's taking me a little longer now than I normally take, but I will be ready to go in just a second. Good luck to everyone tonight. Let's get it, man. GreenlightDFS.com. If y'all haven't joined the squad yet, let's get it. We got Thursday Night Football on tomorrow, so make sure you go grab your Week 9 membership over there for that. What game are we trying to avoid being blown out? That's another good question I will get to. We'll look at Vegas lines in just a second. We'll look at Vegas lines in just a second, my friend. Drop a like down below if you haven't already, man. Daniel D, I appreciate that. I know, man. Fuck. Trying to get everything up. Y'all ready to smash this shit? I love this slate today. I'm about to get into it. Hold on, y'all. Sorry, y'all. What'd you say, babe? All right, let's do it. Position by position. Let's take a look at point guard. So now, sorry if you hear my cat meowing in the fucking background. All right, so. Really, okay. Let's talk about the value on this slate that feels pretty damn good. With no Podol, somebody mentioned Eubanks earlier. With no Podol, Drew Eubanks is fantastic value at bare min 3K. Really love that spot for him. We talked about Tobias Harris being out. With Tobias Harris being out, Niang, can somebody correct me on how to pronounce his name? Niang is great value. Malik Beasley, I talked about in the high five. He's great value. We really have a plethora of value on this slate, which is something we love to see, because when we see stuff like that, we know that the upside is crazy, and we know that we could really get a crazy high score, and that's where takedowns are doable, a lot more easy to achieve on nights where you have solid value that you feel comfortable about. Cedi Osman, Niang. Okay, cool. Niang, thank you. So Niang is fantastic value. We had him last time he was value. Nobody else had him, and we smashed with it. That was fantastic. Cedi Osman, I don't think people are going to really sleep on Niang, though, this time. Plethora. Yeah, you like that? Yeah. OG Anunoby. OG is going to be a solid play. I talked about the Toronto guys in general. Even the spend-up guys at 7-7 for OG, he's going to be fantastic as well. He's fine. Building off Embiid, J-Val, and Draymond. Thoughts? So somebody earlier talked about Embiid and J-Val as well, so it looks like that's going to be a popular way to go. I completely understand it, though. I mean, Embiid with no Tobias Harris is obviously going to be fantastic. Then you got the matchup against Chicago, which is pretty good. I mean, Vooch is an upgrade for them defensively than we're used to seeing out of Chicago down low against bigs, but it's a solid spot. Al Horford at 6'9". You can still go Al. He's been dropping 40s on a consistent basis. But yeah, Eubanks, Niang, Cedi Osman, Malik Beasley, Gary Trent at 5'1". I really like those spots. You can even play with Davion Mitchell, who should play around 30 minutes, and the matchup is amazing for guards versus New Orleans. So drop a like down below if you haven't already. What questions we got? Any sub-case centers you like? Yes, the Drew Eubanks value is really what I like there at that position. That's really what I'm really trying to get. I'd be rich if I listened. I would be rich if I listened to you more. Hey, man, stick around. Stick around, my friend. Sharuji, what's up, man? Are you on Thad Young? Okay, let's check out Thad Young. So Thad Young obviously is getting a bump as well with no total. He is 4-1, so obviously I side more on the Eubanks side of that because you're getting Bearman, and I mean Eubanks is a guy. He's a high point per minute guy. No, I didn't quit doing breaks. So I'm doing Friday breaks only. Friday breaks. Now I'm not doing like live breaks where everybody can just break random shit. I'm kind of coming in more organized, and we're doing hobby box breaks together. At this, you get it. You follow me on Twitter, right? I have a couple boxes that I'm putting on the site to break. We broke last Friday as well on the GLD Breaks Twitter. We were live on the GLD Breaks Twitter, and we broke on there. So make sure you follow on GLD Breaks Twitter. That's where we're going live. Yeah, I don't care. You don't have a Twitter? Make one, bro. You need one anyway. You're doing the sports card thing. All right, so somebody asked me a question. I was answering it before I got sidetracked. Are you on Thad Young? Thad Young, okay. So Thaddeus Young is another guy who is a good fantasy point per minute guy. What the fuck? Got bit by something on my face or something? Anyway, got like a red fucking mark. Anyway, but yeah, Thaddeus Young is a solid point per minute guy. We got to see the starting lineup. If Thaddeus Young somehow ends up getting into the starting lineup, then 100% yes. If not, if Eubanks starts, he's the one I'm interested in. You can play Thad Young in GPP if you want. Get off of the super high-owned, most likely high-owned Eubanks and go for that way. Yeah, because one day avoids the 5-hour personal breaks. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I love breaking all night with y'all. Don't get me wrong. But I really, I'll still have the ability, like when we do our organized breaks on Fridays, when we do our box breaks on Fridays and we just set for a couple hobby boxes, when we're done doing the hobby boxes, I'll give y'all an opportunity to get personals if you want to. We'll do it after that. But those days of going like 5 hours, yeah, probably not. Click the link, please. Noel, what's up, bro? What link are you talking about? Oh, click the like. Sorry, I read link. Thank you, Noel, for the support, my friend. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Just tapping in. Peace to the chat. Appreciate your channel. Appreciate you, Purple House Beats. Appreciate you, my friend. All right, what other questions y'all got? Y'all want to start at point guard? Y'all want value or like studs? Let's talk about studs spend ups now. Any thoughts on Harrison Barnes? You know what? I don't control what we talk about. My bad. My bad, y'all. Any thoughts on Harrison Barnes? Consistent 5X or more. Okay, please studs. Okay. All right. What was I about to talk about just now? Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. I got a lot of comments coming in. I'm trying to make sure I answer everybody. Sabonis in play for you today. So, Sabonis matchup against the Knicks. So, the Knicks defense is solid. Fiance is like wiping down the desk for me. You're good right now, babe. I'll wipe it out right now. Sabonis. Okay. His price did go up to 2-1, which is justifiable. Sabonis belongs in that fucking stud price range. He's a beast. It is what it is. With Brogdon being back, it's kind of a little bit of a usage bump to Sabonis, but Sabonis is fine. In GPPs, that's fine. He's not the one I'm prioritizing when it comes to spend ups, though. There's other options I prefer to go. Like, I prefer, like, James Harden and just spending up for a guard there. I prefer, Joel Embiid. I'm on Cat heavy tonight. Thoughts? Cat Williams, that's a good one. Going against the Clippers, bigs always smash on the Clippers. So Karl Anthony Towns is a solid option at 10-6. He's a guy that I'm definitely interested in. It comes down to roster construction as well. let's look. Okay. We were just talking about value, right? The value is at center, forward guard, center, forward guard. So everywhere. Everywhere. Normally, you want to kind of look at where's the best value at. The best value is probably Eubanks at Behrman 3K. So that's a center spot. So if you take Eubanks, you're automatically taking a center spot away. You still have utility available. You can do double center strategy, whatever. But just know one of your center spots need to be just taken away. At the end of the day, Eubanks is kind of a free square play. You take the free squares where you can and get different elsewhere. I've always been telling people that. A lot of people will be like, oh, Eubanks is high owned. Yes, he's going to be an amazing play. Yes, he's going to start against a bad team against centers. But I'm going to fade him because he's high owned. You don't necessarily have to do that. You can eat it sometimes. Top guard spend up. So my favorite guard spend up point per dollar wise, you guys know I love Harden today. I talked about Harden already against Atlanta. Amazing matchup. Dame Lillard, somebody mentioned, when's Dame time going to happen? Dame time is going to happen eventually. The Cleveland matchup isn't amazing, but it's okay. I mean, I wonder how close that game's going to stay. That's part of the thing I'm curious about as well, how close that ends up staying. But yeah, James Harden, probably my favorite guard spend up if you can. I mean, Curry should ball out as well. Charlotte gives up some three-pointers on the perimeter, so they do struggle to guard the perimeter. I don't know how much as of late, like maybe LaMelo Ball's length has, helped them out in that category. I haven't looked at it in the last couple weeks or so, but yeah, so Steph Curry's fine. You're going to have money. Plain and simple, the point of the day is you're going to have money to spend up on studs. It just comes down to who do you want. That's what it comes down to. Jay Valor Embiid for Eubanks. So that's the tough question, John. And that's part of the reason why I don't really love I want one of my centers to be Eubanks. Fading Jay Valor Embiid. Man. Okay, so both of those bigs are in a great spot, but I do feel like on this slate, the optimal way to go is to choose which one you prefer and then go Eubanks paired with them. If you have to go one of those centers as well. Center can make or break the slate. You got Towns, J. Val, Embiid, and the Joker. So you have a lot of big-time centers, yes. Jokic's probably the highest projected player on the slate, I would imagine. You do have some big spend centers. You have him, Karl Anthony Towns, Joel Embiid. But you also have Eubanks, who is the best value on the slate. So you're going to have to kind of choose one of them. I mean, because I think the best way to go, the optimal way to go would be Eubanks today. Honestly, especially if he starts. There we go. Hell yeah. A little plan. Who's your first lock of tonight? So my locks are values most of the time. I look into what values I love the most. As of right now, I'm really, 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 really liking Drew Eubanks. As I have said multiple times in this live, Seti Osman, Malik Beasley, Niang. Those guys are really, top notch for me. Oh shit, Cam is live. I really want to start doing this more, man. I got this new Mac desktop that I'm on right now, and it makes it a lot easier to do this. I can have, my laptop to be able to look at, and things are a lot more simple and easy and comfortable. So I'll probably do live shows a lot more, just answer questions with y'all. Eubanks and Tony Bradley bear 3K centers. Potential Vucevic foul trouble against Embiid. Tony Bradley as well. Bradley is an interesting guy to bring up. Eubanks is the guy, though. Probably not Bradley. Let me check Chicago one more time. Yeah, I'm more on Eubanks, obviously. Awesome, bro. I remember back in the day you did it more. Good to see you. Yeah, good to see you too, man. I used to go live every day, and I would love to get back to that. Eubanks and Thad are the questions of the day. I think Thad is more of a question than Eubanks is. I think Eubanks is the guy. That's what makes that building That's what makes building a little tough, and you having to kind of pick a center. If you want to go center, you need to pick one because Eubanks is kind of the best look there. You know what I mean? Jalen Brunson, great price for production. So that's kind of a wait and see how Porzingis is looking. Right now he's questionable. Trey Burke is also back as well. So he's a guard who's going to get a little guard minutes. That's part of the reason I loved Brunson even more yesterday, because not only was Porzingis out, but you got the bump in minutes period because you got a backup guard out. Those are the things that can, really give edges to people. Today, it looks like they might be getting a little more healthy. So pay attention to Porzingis before you settle on anything. Sixers rolling out the Spectrum Court. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I don't think I've seen that yet. I don't think if they've showed us what that looks like, I don't think they've. Still on Beasley, yes. I'm still on Beasley with Beasley's one of my favorite guard value plays of the day. With D'Angelo Russell out. Patrick Beverley, pay attention to him. If he misses, I'm damn sure loving Beasley. That's even more of a bump. Jarrett Allen. Jarrett Allen is interesting with no marketing. I like that point. And no Kevin Love. Let me pull Allen up. So Jarrett Allen is in a solid spot. I feel pretty safe for him to hit 5X at 6'4". I don't know about potential upside, but he's a decent play. You can do worse than Jarrett Allen, but he's also a center. I don't have a ton of love for Jarrett Allen today, solely on the fact that just we have so many options at that position. Yo, what's up, Kim? Doing any box breaks soon? Fridays. Fridays are the new box break days, ladies and gentlemen. Every Friday, we're going to do box break days. I have a couple hobby boxes. I have a, Recon basketball that we broke last Friday. That is going to be going on the site tonight, so you can grab your spots for that. And I have a certified 2021 certified football that is going to be on the site as well. So we have those two hobby boxes we'll be breaking on Friday, and then after we're done with the group break, I'll give you all the opportunity to break like other stuff that y'all might want to break off the site. So is it looking like a 2-center play today? Center and utility. A lot of people are leaning that way. I think so. Man. What's up, Loner? What's going on, man? Power forward on Fanduel. Let's switch over to Fanduel. I haven't talked much about Fanduel today. Let's talk about that real quick. Like extremely hard. What do you mean like extremely hard? Center, Montrezl Harrell, 7'7". He has got a 40 and 50. It's not a hard matchup. Montrezl Harrell. All right. So you still have Marcus Morris out. You still have Ibaka out, but you have Zubac back, don't you? Sorry. Harrell's not on the Clippers anymore. My bad. I just fucking fucked up and blanked right now. So you have Bertans out. You have Hachimura out. You have Gill out against Toronto. Let me see. I haven't considered Harrell. I literally just thought of Harrell on the Clippers just now, y'all. I got so much going through my fucking head right now. Let me see. Montrezl Harrell. Don't get me wrong, y'all. I'm not too much on Harrell. I know he's getting minutes. He's getting in the 30s, and that's interesting. But there's just a lot of ways to go today. It's so hard to settle in on Harrell. Of all people, Donovan Mitchell is questionable tomorrow. For anybody curious about that. Brandon Ingram still questionable. If he misses, we're going to have some Josh Hart value stuff. I love Harrell 6'6" on DK. Yeah, Harrell's not super high on my playlist. I'm going to be real with you. I mean, he could do well. He's getting the minutes. Just like you said, he's getting the minutes. He's fine. But a lot of people have talked about Jonas Valanciunas. It's a great matchup against Sacramento. He's been smashing, and he's 8'5". That's a perfectly fine pairing. But like I said, it depends. Now, if it ends up coming back and it's like Eubanks isn't starting and he's not necessarily what we thought he was going to be today, then, yeah, you can do your double stud tight end way that you want to do. But as long as we have Eubanks starting and he's amazing value, he is probably the way that we need to go. Devante Graham. All right, I've seen you ask me about Devante Graham a ton. Fanduel power forward. Let me answer that question real quick while I'm looking at it. You can go Eubanks at power forward over there. Niang is also forward. I'd probably spend down, go cheap at forward. So Eubanks, Niang are both possibilities at forward. Seti Osman's at forward. So forward seems like a spend down spot. That's what that's feeling like. What's it?
Answer his question.
Which one?
The one before that.
Which one?
We already forgot.
Svi, yes, I love Svi. I talked about Svi in the high five. Well, I put Svi in the high five. Eubanks power forward on FanDuel. Yeah, he's great. I love Eubanks, Seti Osman. You've got some good forward options over there. Devante Graham. My bad. I almost skipped over Devante Graham again. I got you. Seth Curry or Maxey? Man, I want Maxey to be great so bad, dude. I want it to be Maxey because I have faith in Maxey. I think Maxey's going to be great, and I just like Maxey, period. He's 5'8". Seth Curry's 5'6". I'd probably lean Curry. Bamba also is power forward eligible. Exactly. So Bamba's also in play as well. Okay, so before I forget again, let's talk about Devante Graham. So Devante Graham, let me double check, make sure anybody is missing over there on Charlotte. So they're not missing anybody in Charlotte for any kind of bumps. I think Devante Graham has those big like explode games in him. Obviously, we all know that if you played at any moments. But I have him kind of like a low, like right over 30, if not 29. So he's not really there for value. He doesn't quite hit 5x value for me. So probably not much Graham. Top fade of the slate. That's a tough question, man, because really everybody's in play. It's hard for me to tell you a top fade. I'd rather tell you better play. You know what I mean? Top fade. So okay. So you said chalk most likely to bust. That's a better question. Let's talk about chalk and let's look at it. So I've been screwed by Cedi Osman a million times. That's possible. Al Horford looks like he could possibly be chalky. He's facing a tough matchup against Orlando, even though he has been playing pretty well. It's fine. New Orleans, see? I got you. He plays for fucking New Orleans now, my fucking dumbass. If Brandon Ingram misses, I'm interested in it, for sure. My bad. Draymond or Horford? Horford. Draymond or Horford? Yeah, I lean Horford. Green is a solid option, though. I mean, it's a good matchup against Charlotte. I have Draymond projected right around 5x or so. They're both solid options. I lean Horford slightly. Bogarts, I know, but can't put him on. Put who on? Thoughts on Kim Birch? Kim Birch for Toronto is definitely interesting. He's projected to get some good-ass minutes in that bare min 4K. He definitely has upside. He has shown us many times that he has upside in him. Hey, stop. He has good upside in him. I feel pretty safe for him to hit 5x. So, yes, Kim Birch is in play. But once again, the issue is that he is center only. That is the problem. Beverly could play maybe 30 minutes if he plays tonight. He seems the type of – so here's the issue, Jaspreet. I hope I'm saying your name right. The issue with that is he's coming off of injury, so we don't necessarily know minutes. It's a little up in the air, and I don't really like depending on that in cash. Harden, Beasley, Svi, Niang, and B, Curry, Osman, Eubanks is all solid options, Saruji. I like it. I like that, my friend. Who's your most owned player tonight, Cam? My personal most owned player? I mean, I'm not 100% settled on anything. But if I had to imagine a super high-owned guy that I'm probably going to play good amounts of, probably Cedi Osman and Eubanks. And most of the time, it's not studs that you'll see me like. It's really my thing is, my most important thing is, and what my brain just is like constantly thinking about is getting the value right. And that's like my biggest thing to focus on most of the day is to get the right value plays, get the value right, and then, go for the studs that you can afford at that point. What do you think about Jonas Valentine with no Brandon? If Brandon Ingram misses, is that official yet? Nothing yet. He's questionable. If he misses, Jonas Valanciunas obviously is fine. We've talked about him multiple times in the live show already, and I agree with people loving him. I think he's completely fine. Yes, if you go Jonas Valanciunas, you're going double center most likely because one of the best values on the slate is Drew Eubanks. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. I will put the website right here for anybody who is new and doesn't know, but I'm pretty sure all y'all know. There it is. Boom, boom. How much DeRozan do you have? Damn, he's trying to get insider information on me. How much DeRozan do I have? Not much. So you're safe to play him if you want to be off of somebody I'm off. If you want to be on somebody I'm off, that's the guy to go with, probably, DeRozan. If Zach LaVine would have missed, I would have had a shit ton of them. Pelicans, bro, not shy. I know. Dude, I got so many people asking me so many different questions about players. It's just like I'm trying to hurry and just get to it. Sometimes I'll fuck up. What about Julius Randle? So I'm a Julius Randle guy, man. I love Julius Randle. I normally will play a lot of Randle. The matchup's not fantastic, though, against the Pacers. I don't normally love that. He's fine. He's not necessarily super high on my playlist, though. I personally don't like playing any Cavs players because Sexton ball hogs. Same goes for any player besides Doncic and Trey. I understand your point on that. The problem is Cedi Osman has been pretty solid value every time he has gotten his opportunity, and today he is getting a good opportunity. It is risky at any time playing a guy like Osman. I have been screwed by Osman before, but Svi is a lot. I love Svi. Did you hit on Cavs yet? What do you mean? Oh, did I touch on the Cavs yet? We can touch. The Cavs players we're interested in today. The Cavs players getting a bump today is going to be Cedi Osman is going to be the main guy from the Cavs that I really have some interest in. And he's definitely a guy that I definitely want to get some exposure to. Colin Sexton's going to get a bump here. That's fine too. But mainly Cedi Osman, mainly. And then we've got the rookie at power forward that's going to be solid option as well. He's going to get a bump. He has been playing fantastic, by the way. He's looked really good. Evan Mobley has looked really, really good. It's a good matchup against Portland. I'm not necessarily super high on Mobley, but Mobley obviously gets a bump with Niang. I said Niang because I'm reading Niang. But a bump with homeboy out. You know who I'm talking about, Markkanen. Niang safe too. Yes, I talked about Niang. Definitely like him as well. I would not expect what he did for us the other night to happen again, but he is solid, yes. You think LaMelo hits value with Rozier back? Rozier being back definitely takes me down from him a little bit. Do you like Thaddeus Young? So you're not the first one. A lot of people have talked about Thaddeus Young in this live show, and it's making me think a lot of people are loving Thad, and I understand. Let's check out Thad's usage. Let's break this shit down because a lot of people are talking about Thad Young. Let's talk about this shit. So Thad Young is expected to start, right? Correct? Is Thad Young expected to start tonight? I believe he's expected to start tonight. Good matchup against Dallas. He hasn't really gotten a huge minutes lately, but he has been pretty efficient points-wise with those minutes. He got 16 minutes against Milwaukee and got 28, so that's obviously a good spot. Let me pull up the projected starting lineup. Pull up the projected starting lineup for San Antonio real quick because that's obviously where the value is going to be. Thaddeus Young is always a high point-per-minute guy, so when he gets minutes, he excels. I think Thad Young is perfectly fine. He's a good power forward value, and I think, I like him as well. Towns, Embiid, or Jokic for FanDuel. Ooh, let me switch over to FanDuel. Towns, Embiid, or Jokic on FanDuel. I'm leaning Jokic everywhere as my favorite of those guys. What? Keep the fire, though, 2022, brother. Thank you for what you do. Appreciate you, James.
This video I'm watching. This guy dressed up as sports stuff and played for a baseball game, and he didn't disappoint. So he went to first base and kept running, like he did in the movie. Yeah. And I was just laughing.
What else we got? PG-13 been playing like how Dame's supposed to be going. What's on? It can go off again tonight. PG-13, yes, he can. He can go off. Paul George is a beast, man. I don't think he's going to garner much ownership either, so you're going to get some low ownership on him. Love any love for Draymond Green? Yes, I talked about him earlier. He's fine. We have so much value on this slate, man. It makes these slates so much fun. Like, don't y'all love the slates where we just got so much good value? I love it. The upside is crazy. I love the upside on these slates, man. The upside is crazy tonight. I feel like people might reach 400 tonight. Like, we might have 400s on DraftKings tonight. Rozier 6'8" on DK, 5'5" on FanDuel. That's a huge price discrepancy. That's another thing that you can look at as well, kind of like, just pricing-wise, see what guys might be better value on what sites. He's obviously better value on FanDuel. So he's fine. I can't wait to put that TV up. I have a TV there. I can just like chill. Tatum on FanDuel. Let's check out Tatum. The problem is I really like forwards on. I really love forwards on FanDuel as value. I'll probably spend up more on center and maybe point guard or shooting guard today than I will forward because I really like forward value. You still like Harden and the strippers tonight? Yes. I do. Anytime Harden is playing against a team that has nice strip clubs, you know he's always in play. That's always the thing about Harden. You know he's always hitting the strip clubs in every city. And I understand that he's in Brooklyn, but playing against Atlanta, you know he's going to be thinking about the strip clubs in Atlanta. It just is what it is. It's been a known thing. They talk about it all the time. And, you know, maybe he'll daydream that he's in Atlanta. And if he does, he'll probably ball out like he usually does. It's a great matchup anyways. You take the strip club out of it for James Harden, he's still probably going to be fine. Jokic against Steven Adams. Yeah, Jokic against anybody. It doesn't matter. Steven Adams is a solid defender, don't get me wrong. But yeah, Jokic is my favorite center of the day. Steven Adams is a tough defender, and he's a strong dude down low. He's good. He's solid. But Jokic is probably the spend-up guy. Drop a like because I know you're going to love it. Looking good, Cam ATL. Appreciate you, Anthony. Appreciate you, my friend. What else we got, y'all? We're nearing towards the end. 77 people in here. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Thank you guys for joining me. Any questions you guys have for me, drop them in the chat. I'm just answering questions right now. I'm just answering questions. So there's been a lot of talk about centers. So let's go over our center plays that we love. Because a lot of people are leaning like double center playing today. And if you are leaning that way, then Jonas Valentine is probably with Eubanks or whatever you decide to do. We've talked a lot about Eubanks. It's looking like a possible double center night unless you really love some guards. And like I said, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, man. I don't do NBA showdowns, no. John Morant is interesting. Let me check his price. John Morant is 9.5 over on FanDuel. He's pricey over there. Damn. John Morant is 9.3 over on DK. He's been playing really, really well. It's an okay matchup, especially if you're playing Jokic. Running it back with John Morant is perfectly fine. It makes sense. Best value for 4 to 5K. 4 to 5K, that's going to be Teddy Osman. That's going to be, obviously, Eubanks is in there. Thaddeus Young is right there that we've been talking about a lot today. I feel like Thaddeus Young is possible low-owned value around that range as well. He might be low-owned value. With you, you've got guys like Cedi Osman at 4, Drew Branks as a big, Niang as a big. Like, with all the attention probably on those guys, Thaddeus Young is a guy that we've talked about a lot in the live show. A lot of y'all love him. I have come to love him more as this live show has gone on because of y'all. And I feel more and more confident in it. And I think he is one of the good, solid value plays of the slate for low ownership. Because I'm not necessarily sure if he's going to have the ownership of these other guys like Osman, Eubanks, Niang. Eubanks and Young in the same line, that's fine. That's fine. I think that is perfectly doable. Dallas struggles against bigs. That's the problem. Dallas struggles against the bigs. And Thaddeus Young will still get power forward minutes, whereas Eubanks is predominantly going to get center-only minutes. Brunson on FanDuel at 4.6. Brunson's fine, especially if Porzingis misses. Feel the takedown tonight, man. It's nights like this where takedowns happen for sure. Nights that we got value like this, that's where takedowns happen. Who do you like for point guard on FanDuel? All right, let me switch over. For point guard over on FanDuel, I'm thinking about paying up over there. That's the most comfortable way that I feel over there because we have the value at forward so much today that I'm definitely liking paying up at guard. And you're wanting point guard only. So with point guard, obviously, if I'm able to spend up, Stephen Curry is probably my number one. James Harden, Fred VanVleet at 8K feels really, really good. He's cheaper over here on FanDuel, right? Yeah, he's cheaper on FanDuel than he is DK. I think Fred VanVleet's in play for sure. Curry, Harden. I got 5-2 left for a forward spot. Should I just go Josh Hart and hope Ingram misses? You'll know. You should know. Let me see what time that is. I'm thinking you're going to find that out. Danny Green is also out due to a left hamstring for Philly, so that's even better for Niang. That's better for Seth Curry. What was I about to talk about? Oh, okay. So New Orleans is the last game. Only do it if you have the ability to, if you have like a safe switch. You know what I mean? Like most of the time, that can be a hard decision. I understand. Like if you're waiting on information late on the day, it kind of makes you maybe some people will kind of build differently, trying to keep options open for later. I recommend against that because I kind of prefer my people at least to play a little safer, get the people you feel really good about. Don't stress too much about the stuff that could or could not happen later. You're pretty much just making educated guesses at that point. You're hoping for the best. So yeah, I mean, I think they're leaning on sitting Ingram. That's what I'm thinking. But if Ingram plays, that is going to hit Josh Hart hard. And he's going to be unplayable at that point. So as long as you have a clean switch, like let me check forward at 5'2". Let me check a forward spot at 5'2".
That's just this.
Okay. All right. So let's say that you play Hart, right? You land on Hart, you play Hart. So that means you need a 5'2" range that you can switch to straight up if he ends up not going. So the problem is it's the last game too, man. So you're going to have to make that decision. I recommend against trying to predict it. Unless they give you the information before lock starts, I think you just build as if Ingram plays. You know what I mean? Hope for the best. That's my recommendation because it is the last game of the night and it's going to be tough. What questions have I missed? How many lineups do you run nightly? I focus in on the fave. You guys know me. I focus in on the fave. Sometimes I'll play around and play like multiple lineups on Fanduel, but I don't do that over on DK. I focus in on one. I put all my effort on one. The more lineups I try to focus on building, the more attention that's going off of the fave. And I focus on the fave. I focus on what I'm giving my people. And, you know, that is what I'm focused on. I don't get into making multiple lineups because that's just more, you know, attention towards shit that doesn't really matter. Because I personally don't care how much I win personally. You know what I mean? Most nights I forget to even be able to enter the shit. I will lose track of time. I'll be busy helping y'all. I'll be answering questions. So I'm not in this shit for my personal winnings. I'm in this shit to celebrate with y'all when y'all do. That's the main thing. But yeah, I try to get one line in, but one is mainly what I like to stick with. Sometimes, like I said, if I have an extra time to just bullshit, maybe I'll do it over on FanDuel. But yeah, I'll use the green light optimizer, maybe optimize 150 and just throw it in at that point with my projections. But yeah, if I'm just trying to have some fun, but yeah, at home in a dome, that's key to life, Jack. 3 locks on Yahoo tonight. Jim's got me pulling up Yahoo. All right, let me pull up Yahoo. Anybody else Yahoo questions while I'm looking at Yahoo? While I'm looking at Yahoo, he wants 3 locks on Yahoo. Let's see. Seti Osman, Bearman 10K. $10. Niang, $11. Amazing values with those 2 guys. Grab those 2 guys. Third value. If D'Angelo Russell's misses, go Malik Beasley at 14 as well. OG Anunoby is better value over here at $29 as well. Do I know who's starting for D'Lo yet? I'm thinking. Let me see. Let me pull up the starting lineups. I'm in the process of that right now. I was just about to do that earlier. Respect to you, Cam. I'm a new follower, but appreciate your work and honesty. Appreciate you, man. What? I'm already blanking on what somebody asked me. I got a lot of shit going on. Okay, McLaughlin will probably get the start. Okay, so if McLaughlin is getting the start, he's going to be fantastic value for sure. But it's a wait and see. It's a wait and see situation because Patrick Beverley is still questionable. Remember, Patrick Beverley is going to make a big impact because if Patrick Beverley is in, Patrick Beverley is probably going to start. And if he starts, then I'm liking Malik Beasley as value. Malik Beasley as my favorite off the bench guard. Jordan McLaughlin is fine if you really want to get sneaky. Last guy for Yahoo was Malik Beasley if Russell's out because he's only 14. LaMelo or Edwards? Edwards. Love Anthony Edwards today. Love Anthony Edwards. Does that mean I'm going to have all Anthony Edwards? Probably not. But I'm loving him. I just want y'all to know that. Love Anthony Edwards. I think he's going to kill it. Jack came in just to say at home in a dome. My mantra. It's what I live by. I don't think you've asked any other questions but that, huh? Let me make sure I didn't lose it. Jim, dang, a surprise live. No, I told everybody on Twitter I'd be live today. Thanks for your hard work and input, Cam. Appreciate you, Nikki. Yeah. Doctor, what's up, bro? You're just going to come and laugh at me and then leave? Do you like point PG to hit value? Paul George. Paul George has been balling. Could he hit value? Sure. Problem is he needs 55. It's pushing it. I like to play guys who has the floor at 55 but has the upside of 6x. I don't think he's going to get the 6x. Best play on Fanduel for small forward under 5'4". Best play on Fanduel small forward. Let me get off Yahoo. I already talked about Yahoo. He was the only one who wanted Yahoo question. Fanduel under 5'4" small forward.
What do you read the text messages?
Gary Trent. Can it be 5'4"? You said under 5'4". I'm giving you a guy who is 5'4". Gary Trent. If you have to go under, if Porzingis misses, Tim Hardaway is interesting. Cedi Osman probably. Malik Beasley. You can play Beasley at forward over there, which is cool. If Beverly plays, I'm going to take PG because you know Beverly makes everything personal. He does. Patrick Beverly makes shit personal. He does. And he's a fantastic pesky-ass defender. He gets burnt sometimes by guys who being over, like guys like Curry. Curry will just school him. But because he's just too much, guys like Curry can just play to that. The better players in the league are going to play against what he's, how he plays. Are going to take how he likes to defend and just take advantage of it. Younger guys, like remember when he was guarding Lonzo? In Lonzo's first game against him, he just completely shut Lonzo Ball down. Lonzo Ball isn't a superstar, but that's what I'm saying. It's like these younger guys, Patrick Beverly can get in their head. He can give them a type of defense they've never seen before. And just that peskiness, annoying-ass defense. These studs, though, they can punk Beverly all they want to. Who's your two big-name locks? I don't have at this moment. I'm not 100% locked on any big names. I still got some time to study. Matter of fact, it's 4:30. I have to go soon. I'm going to be going in a second, y'all. A couple more questions, y'all. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. I appreciate everybody joining me, man. We've hovered around 85-ish live people in here most of the day, so that's awesome. Favorite cereal? Good question. I haven't ate cereal in a minute. I like Cocoa Puffs. Cocoa or like Fruit Loops. Sometimes I'll be in the Fruit Loops mood. Frosted Flakes is no, not Frosted Flakes. Frosted Mini Wheats. Yeah, but I only like the ones with a good amount of frosting on them. You know how sometimes the only problem with that. See, I'm getting into this now. The only problem with that is that sometimes you get that bowl of the Frosted Mini Wheats and like the damn icing won't be much icing on it, and it's just bullshit. I don't want just a block of wheat. It's got to have a good chunk of frosting on it. That's the part that pisses. Bogdanovich looks sneaky. That's interesting. Captain Crunch. A lot of people love Captain Crunch. We went in big for Fruit Loops. Fruit Loops, man. Fruit Loops. Sometimes I hit. It just depends. Sometimes I got that urge for Fruit Loops. It depends what I'm looking for.
I don't really do cereal as much anymore.
Not anymore. I used to eat a ton of cereal. I used to be my go-to. I would eat dinner and then have Fruit Loops right after, or cereal right after. Cocoa Pebbles. I'm a chocolate guy. Cocoa Pebbles, Cocoa Puffs. Thoughts on PJ Washington pace-up spot against a team that goes small. That's interesting points you make there, Joey. He's interesting for sure, yes. PJ Washington is definitely interesting. Cinnamon Toast Crunch, too. I haven't had that in a long-ass time. I haven't had cinnamon. I smashed Captain Crunch and bread my chicken with it. Oh, shit. For real?
Yeah, it's like a breading.
Really?
People do that all the time.
Captain Crunch, it gives it like a sweet crust?
Like a sugary, yeah.
Wow.
It actually is.
You learn something new every day, and that's really what you're here to do on Earth is just grow and learn every day.
I bread our chicken with crackers, like I smash crackers.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. And you just put seasoning.
Name one guy you think has triple-double potential tonight. Obviously, Jokic always has triple-double potential tonight. I feel like James Harden obviously has the potential of it tonight. Harden, Jokic. Those are like top list guys. Yeah, those are my two. You said name one. Harden. I think Harden's getting his shit together. I think Draymond will be low owned. I do think Draymond will be low owned. You got a lot of value on this slate, man. Look, if y'all take anything from me today, look, man, we got a lot of great value today. Grab the value where it's at. Spend up on the positions that it ends up leaving you spending up on. Grab the value at the positions that it's necessary in, and spend up on the positions you might not have as much value at. That's the way to play on slates like this. I gotta go, y'all. I gotta lock back in. I gotta get into this shit. My uncle will be calling here in a little bit, and we're gonna be breaking this shit down together. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad, man. Let's smash that shit tonight. No minutes restriction we just announced. Oh, so that definitely takes away from the guards of Philly. No minutes restriction. That's good. Taj Gibson, Nerlens Noel will play. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. Y'all have a fantastic day. I hope somebody wins a ton of money. And I will see y'all. What's today? Yeah, I'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll do a Thursday night showdown live show. We'll talk Thursday night showdown football, or maybe we'll just do an NBA. I don't know. But around 3 o'clock is probably the best time for me to start these lives. The only reason I was a little later than that today, 3 o'clock Central, by the way, is because I was having technical difficulties. Like I said, this is a brand new Mac desktop that I'm on right now. So I had to figure it out. For some reason, it wouldn't let me like webcam and shit. So, yeah. All right, Fred, have a good night. Anchor, have a good night. Trenton, everybody who's in here, Jar Pete, Dr. Strange, Dave Lyons, Akash, Jim, Dangler, Arizona Drama, Lil Cam, Atlanta or BK, Brooklyn. Thank you guys for joining me. I'm out, y'all. Good luck. Greenlightdfs.com. Drop a like before you head out, and let's get it. Peace.